Well, I've been fishing all day since about noon out here at the lake, and I caught one little tiny bluegill. But this section right here, I know that carp move in along that far bank, so I've got one or two little worms, and I think I might have just jerked my worm clean off of there. Pretty much. So we're gonna have to bait up again if I've got any. That's aggravating, but oh well. The worms that I have, they've been in the heat all day, and they're not all that great left. So I have to go with what I've got, which ain't much. I'm gonna throw it out and see. I'm just gonna set it in this holder, and for the next 20 minutes or so, unless something happens that I'm unaware of that might happen, I'm gonna just sit here and watch my rod tip and let it cool off a little bit. It's about 4:30, I'm thinking, something like that, and I'm just gonna let it cool off, and then we'll give it one more shot at bass. After that, I'll be done. I actually want to, I don't know if you can see anything, but I want to tighten everything up so that if I get even the slightest hit, that I'll know it. Probably won't get anything on what worm I had left to put on there, but I need to cool off a little bit anyway. So we'll sit here for a little bit, and then we'll see. And no, I don't use any kind of bobber or anything like that. I watch my line. When the line moves, I know there's something on it. That's all I do. Feels like I'm almost losing my voice. I don't know why. It's not like I haven't, or that I have had to use it really heavily. But I'm a little bit over 3/4 of a mile around this lake. The lake is 8 miles in circumference. And I've kind of fished along it all day to get here. I haven't really been in any kind of hurry. But a big fat carp or a big fat cat wouldn't hurt my feelings any from out of here. Should have thrown a piece of that little bluegill I caught on a rod, I think. Yeah, no. We're just gonna sit here and watch the tip of my rod for a little bit. Dragonflies, or damselflies rather. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, they're flying along the water, darting along the water. And this is just a cheap rod that I bought for like $10 at the flea market. It is. I bought it because I like the cork grips on it. It's a moderate fast or a moderate action. You take your pick, it doesn't say, but just from the way it feels, it throws things like jerk baits and things like that really well. You know, any kind of bait you want to walk, I like a moderate action for that. I think it imparts a bit more action into the lure because there's more motion in the tip. That's just personal opinion, but you know, I don't need anything really fancy to fish live bait or like reaction baits. Nothing. Not a single hit. There ain't much there, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Put that rod holder, and I'm gonna get my other rod and throw a crankbait for a little bit, and hopefully if something hits that, I'll see it and I won't lose the lure, what little bit of worm is on there, and the fish too. Hopefully I won't lose this lure, but if I do, I do. I know this place is full of limbs and all kind of stuff like that. This is an old 90s, I think, lure. I can get it without it stabbing me. It's called a, it's called a Berkeley lightning shad. They don't make those anymore as far as I know. It would be a shame to lose it in here, but it's a fishing lure. And it was made with the intent to be fished. And so, in my opinion, if it dies doing its job, then so be it. I might throw some type of topwater on here. I don't hear anything hitting top of the water yet, but you never know. And all I'm doing, I'm reeling it. When I see that it's getting close, I'm gonna raise my rod tip as high as I can because I want that lure to come up so it doesn't snag on any of the stuff that's up here next to the bank. Now, if there's anything out there in the middle that I don't know about, there ain't a blooming thing I can do about it. But that's how that is. All right, I'm not getting anything on this. I'm not getting anything on the worm. I'm going to switch up baits.